The desert heat in Arizona can be brutal. When it climbs past 100 degrees, I head north into forests, streams, and mountains where the air is cooler and the views go on forever. Every week, I share a new hike and scenic drive, showing you the best escapes from the desert heat. From peaceful rivers to sweeping mountain roads, these adventures reveal a side of Arizona most people never get to see. The journey starts September 6th. Join me on Escape the Heat with new hikes and scenic drives every week. So it's the last hike of the day for me. I'm heading to Blue Ridge Cave. It's 2 miles to the cave and then 2 miles back. It should be really quick and easy and nice and flat. And I need something quick and easy because I am tired. I'm ready to get these hikes done and head home. Hopefully the weather cooperates. It's pretty dreary outside. So this is a really small parking lot. I'm glad that I got a spot. All right, let's get going. The Ice Cave Trail starts in kind of a funny way, right behind a row of houses on the edge of Pinetop. Out here, neighborhoods and forests really blend together. 1 minute you're walking past backyards, and the next you're on a narrow dirt trail leading straight into the woods. Not long after, you realize you're not the only one using this path. Hoof prints and, well, other signs of the trail give it away. Porter Mountain Stables runs guided horseback rides through here, all the way up toward the cave and beyond. It's a shared trail, and you can definitely tell. And it's not just horses, this is working forest land, so it's managed for grazing too. You might see cows wandering in the meadows or right along the trail. That's all part of the agreement between the Forest Service and local ranchers. People, hikers, horses, and cattle, all using the same space. Once you're past those early quirks, the hike really opens up into what makes this area special. Tall ponderosa pines, stretches of wildflowers, and the sound of wind moving through the forest. It feels like you've left town completely behind and stepped into a different world. Some maps still show Porter Creek along this trail, but most of the time it's dry. These days it only runs after heavy rains or snowmelt. Instead of a flowing creek, you mostly just walk through meadows and grass where the water used to move. That dry creek bed eventually drains into Scott's Reservoir, which we'll come across a little farther ahead. The reservoir is still here, holding onto the water in a way the creek no longer does, and it's a really beautiful spot on this hike. And beyond that, the trail keeps pulling you deeper into the forest, toward the cave itself, the big highlight waiting at the end. There's more and more thunder, so I'm getting a little nervous. I hope it doesn't pour on me. I don't mind a sprinkle of water, but I don't like to get drenched. My last hike on Thompson Trail, I got sprinkled on the last mile or so. And that wasn't so bad, but just with the rain, I don't want them to mess up my electronics. So I'd just rather it didn't rain on me. Afternoon rain is normal here in August, but it's not just a light shower. Storms can bring lightning and sudden downpours. If you're hiking in the White Mountains during monsoon season, it's smart to start early and plan to be off exposed ridges or open meadows by the afternoon. Lightning is the biggest danger at this elevation, and creeks can rise quickly with flash floods. Out here, the weather can change fast, but that's part of what makes the mountains feel so alive. The safest bet is to carry rain gear, keep an eye on the sky, and know when it's time to turn back. Here, the Ice Cave Trail runs right along Scott Reservoir. It's not a huge lake, only about 80 acres, and it's shallow, maybe 10 or 12 feet on average. What makes it interesting is how it's fed. The main source is Porter Creek, but these days, that creek is usually dry. It only runs during snowmelt in the spring or right after heavy monsoon storms, so the reservoir depends on those wet seasons to stay full. Still, even with its ups and downs, this reservoir is a magnet for wildlife. It was built as a waterfowl refuge back in the 1920s, and today you'll see all kinds of birds here. Herons, ducks, geese, and even the occasional osprey or bald eagle. It's a beautiful, quiet stop along the hike and a reminder of how much life depends on these water sources in the White Mountains. Thunder. It's monsoon season, so you gotta expect rain in the afternoons. The morning was just perfect and nice and cloudy, but here's the storms that the weatherman promised. Here's a bunch of little connector trails here. I'm gonna be heading right toward the cave. Huge thunder just now. I hope I make it. I have about a half mile to go before I get to this cave. I don't mind a sprinkle, but I don't want to get poured on. The weather's just so unpredictable in the mountains. It's a nice, easy trail, easy to follow. The hike I did earlier today was 10 miles. And it wasn't hard, but 10 miles is kind of my, I don't know, I don't like to go a whole lot farther than 10 miles most of the time. So it's kind of hard for me to get myself to do this hike today. I just kind of want to get home, but it's a 4.5 hour drive here, so I was like, oh my gosh, oh, you hear the thunder? So I figured while I'm up here, I better try to get as much hiking in as I can. And this is a really nice, chill hike. Nice and flat. It's actually just what I needed. I'm really excited to see this cave. I believe it's a lava tube cave, and there is chain link over the entrance of it. But you're supposed to be able to get close to it and feel the cool air coming up through the tube. I hiked through the lava tube cave over by Flagstaff with my kids. That's a really cool hike. I'll have to record it sometime. Although it's like tricky recording a cave because it's dark. So I'm gonna have to, I don't know, get some really good headlamps, I suppose. It's hard to believe this is Arizona. I had no idea until I moved here when you get into northern Arizona, it's pine trees and mountains. This looks like Colorado to me. I love this. I wish I could describe the smell. It's the pine trees, it's just the fresh, crisp air. And then you can smell the rain too. The desert has its own smell. It smells like mesquite and dust. It smells good in its own way. This is different though. I was shocked at Thompson Trail that I did earlier today. How many wildflowers there were in August. I wasn't really expecting that. There's some here, not as many though. I'm a little bit out of breath. I think it's because I'm trying to hike really fast to try to beat this storm. But also the elevation is like 7,000 feet higher than Phoenix, and just tell that the air's thinner. I'm used to the valley where the elevation is really, really low. So whenever I get up to like Flagstaff too, it's just like, oh, why am I breathing so heavy? Thunder. So the cave is supposed to be right up here. Really close. Oh, it wants to rain so bad. Oh, here we go. Here's the chain link fence. Oh boy. Wow. That is actually really awesome. That's a bigger cave than I expected, actually. There's a gate. I can see that people have gone underneath the gate. At the end of the trail, you reach the ice cave, the collapsed opening of an old lava tube. Cold air collects down inside, and that's why ice can linger here even in the middle of the summer. The opening drops about 40 feet and it stretches back into unstable lava rock. The Forest Service has put up a gate across the entrance. People used to climb down here years ago, but it's now closed because of rockfall and safety concerns. Technically, slipping under the gate can come with fines, and most importantly, it's dangerous. At first, I just put my selfie stick through the bars to get a glimpse, but then I realized I could get a much better look by sending my drone in from above. Flying over the cave is fine, but physically entering is off limits. It's fascinating. Some locals say it's bottomless, others imagine it connects to hidden lava tunnels. Whatever the truth, this cave has been catching people's imagination for generations. A pocket of ice and mystery here in the White Mountains. All right, that's a pretty cool cave. It reminds me a lot of the, I can feel the cool breeze actually from the cave just now. That's actually really awesome. The cave and flag, you can actually still go in. I'm waiting for them to close it down and not let you get in anymore. This one, obviously you're not allowed to. It looks like plenty of people go underneath the gate. I'm a rule follower though, so I'm not going to be exploring in there, but it's pretty cool and it's pretty ominous. The cave and the fence and the thunder. I don't know, it just makes me think like a skinwalker is going to come out or something. I don't know. So yeah, it's time to head back. Oh, and then the long drive back to Phoenix. It's been a great day, but exhausting. I got up at 3 this morning to come here, and it was a 4.5 hour drive. to Thompson Trail. So anyway, I'm gonna have to load up with some coffee and I don't know, an energy drink or something. I don't know, but I'm gonna hightail it back and start planning my hikes for next weekend. I try to go every weekend. It doesn't always happen, but that's the hope anyway. That's the goal. You know, my name is Weekend Hiker, AZ. So I try to hike every weekend. So make sure you subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Check out my next videos. I hope you like it. If there's any Arizona hikes out there that you're wanting to see that I haven't done yet, let me know in the comments. A lot of other people, they tell me about hikes I'd never heard of, and that's how I started doing some of these hikes. So, hey, if you have a great hike in mind, put that in the comment and I'll see what I can do and see if I can get there. All right, well, thanks for watching. I am done with my 3 hikes for the day up here in the White Mountains. I did Thompson Trail, West Fork of Black River, and I just got done with the Ice Cave. 3 really great hikes. I am worn out. I did about 15 miles or so today. I usually like about 10 a day, so this is a little bit more than what I normally would like to do, but with a drive as long as this, it's like I have to try to get as many trails in as I can. So I'm going down Highway 60. It goes through Globe. I haven't been on this road before. It looks like it's gonna be really pretty. So I'm gonna go ahead and record it. You might want to check it out. I think it'll be a really pretty one. The sun should be setting, I think, once I get into Phoenix. So thanks for watching. It's always a great time hiking, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Oh, and I got, let's see, Twizzlers, and I got Nerds, the chewy gummy clusters. I don't know, they just hit right. And I got a sandwich, of course, that I haven't had a chance to eat still. And it was named the best sandwich place in Arizona, Frank's. It's amazing. I don't know how I'm gonna eat it while I drive, but I don't know, I'll figure it out. And I got, Halloween nerd clusters too. So I bet they'll be good. So yeah, real healthy stuff. All right, okay, till next time.